Everyone, happy Tuesday to you. Whatever you're doing, I hope it is not as hot as it is here in Austin. I want to address some of the questions that I've been helping someone with regarding credit card debt. I just spoke to someone a couple days ago who had some credit card debt. And so one of the questions that came up was how you should pay your credit card debt. And when we ask how, we mean as in, should you pay off the lowest balance on your credit card, or should you pay the one with the highest interest rate? And when I'm talking about credit card debt, we're talking about trying to get rid of it. We're not talking about like if you have, $500 in a card and you're trying to pay it off just like you do all the time to build your credit or whatever it is. I'm talking about a large amount of debt, or somewhat large amount of debt that you did not necessarily intend to accrue. And so in this specific situation, we had someone with roughly $2,500 of credit card debt. And there can be many different reasons as to why you will use your credit card. Perhaps you didn't get paid as much as you thought that month, or you spent a little bit more than you thought you were going to spend. And so it can be easy sometimes to put, some of those expenses on your credit card and then not pay off the balance by the end of the month, or once you actually get the money. And the sucky thing about that is that credit cards know this, and so they will charge you a high interest rate. They will charge you a large percentage to borrow that money. It can range from anything from 16% to 25 to 30%, depending on your credit, depending on your application and the company. So anyways, I just want to address some of those questions. If you accrue a large amount of debt, whether you should pay off the smallest amount or the one with highest interest rate. And here's my take on that. It really depends on what your goals are and how well you know yourself and how well you know your finances. Example, if you consider yourself a pretty disciplined person, meaning that you're good with your money, and somehow you slipped and you ended up spending more than you should have during that month or a couple months. If you are disciplined and you can tell yourself, well, all I really need to do is I'm gonna pay this off, and I'm not going to accrue any more debt. I don't plan on spending more than I did, or I have a better handle on my budget. Then I would say go with the highest interest rate. Go with the one that has the highest interest rate, because you are going to save yourself a little bit of money. It's not going to be a lot of money. You might save yourself a couple $100, but it's not going to be a huge difference. If you are looking to it's almost like trying to trick yourself, because perhaps you are not that disciplined with money, but you're trying to get some wins right away, some instant gratification, then in that case, I would go with paying off the smallest debt. And the reasoning behind that is because if you see yourself progressing and you see yourself making progress, and you see yourself paying off some of that debt, and perhaps you're up to here with it, and you're trying to get above water, then yeah, go with the lowest debt and pay it off. That way you get some small wins. You're not going to save as much money as if you were to do the math problem and pay the one off with the highest interest rate. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to trick your mind. You're trying to get some confidence to know that, okay, I can do this and I'm going to pay it off. If I can do the smallest ones, and then grow, then work yourself all the way up to the one with the highest amount. So that being said, that's my take on it. It honestly depends on what your goals are, and like I said, knowing yourself and knowing how you handle your finances. Anyways, so what's your take? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section if you've dealt with a large amount of credit card debt. How did you deal with it? How did you pay it off? And so yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I'll be coming up with some more videos here in the future. So if you have any questions, post them down there. Any comments? Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day.